All right. So anyway, we are live. Hey, we got a couple people jumping in right now. What's good? It's your boy DJ Fanatic. Welcome to BeatStars Saturday sessions. It's gonna be really dope. My bad. We had to start a little later. Miraculously, power turned off. Like 159 homes were lost power, and we had to reschedule whatnot. But we are here right now. Welcome to BeatStar Saturday Sessions. Again, it's your boy DJ Fanatic Beats. And what's good, everybody? Thanks for hanging in there and jumping on live with us. Really appreciate it. Before I forget, got some really awesome announcements to make. Definitely want to let you know about the BeatStars distribution. If you didn't know, basically, you take an exciting new step in your career with BeatStars distribution to release your music to all major digital platforms. You earn royalties from over 30 plus download and streaming platforms and keep 100% of earnings we collect for you. So you can learn more at beatstars.com/distribution. And this next one actually is a Smoke for Free remix challenge with Paul Wall. Shout out to Paul Wall if you watch this, man. Big fan. I remember that song, Sit Inside. Wait, yeah, Paul Wall is awesome, man. Anyway, if you don't know about it, for my producers, this is the Smoke Free Remix Challenge. Paul Wall has teamed up with BeatStars for an all-new Smoke for Free Remix Challenge. You can enter the contest for a chance to win up to $7,000 in prizes just by downloading his free acapella and creating a new beat or song over it and submitting it to beatstars.world/Paul Wall. The last day to enter is December 18th at 11:59 p.m. PST. So don't miss that. And I'm sure I need to enter that as well because I'm a big fan of Paul Wall, man. So anyway, it's awesome and make sure you take advantage of the distribution as well because getting on all digital platforms like that is crazy. And of course, all the contests that we have going on. So there we go with our announcements. And let me introduce we got AC Wells as our guest. Definitely really excited to, interview him. I met him a while back, and I just saw that he's very talented and multi-talented. He's a rapper, he's a singer, he's a producer as well, and musician, multi-talented. Let me add him in on here. What's good,
Yo, what's
AC
good,
Wells?
everybody?
What's
Boy,
good?
Waldorf in the building, bro. What's poppin'? What's poppin'?
Oh, there you go,
What's
Waldorf. I
good?
just ordered some red lobster from Waldorf. So he
I ain't
said,
gonna lie, the real lobster out here, that drink, I ain't gonna throw shade. It could be a hit or miss, man. It depends on what day you go in. I ain't gonna hold you. But yeah, what's poppin', man? Glad
"Hey,
to be
man,
here, man. It's an honor. It's an honor, bro.
I'm glad you're able to do it. I'm glad, we got power, so that way we can have Wi-Fi and and
Nah,
and
for
have
real, bro.
a conversation. Man, shout out to everybody that's here live. What's
Yeah. Shout
good?
out to
What's up?
generators.
Yeah, yeah. I was thinking about generators are expensive too, man. So you can have the portable ones and the ones that connect to like a whole house or whatever. But
Yeah.
yeah, shout out to everybody that hung in there. What's good, Bufo? Congratulations on that nomination. Yeah, we got man, a lot of people joining in. Appreciate y'all, man. So you ready, bro?
I'm ready, man. Let's get it. Let's get this joint going, man. Let's go.
All right, cool, man. I forgot to mention that you're from DMV, right? From this
Yes,
area?
sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so hailing from the DMV, I think you're from Maryland, right? I believe.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm
So
from
you live
Maryland.
here your whole life?
Oh yeah, yeah. I born and raised here. Uh, grew up in like the early parts of my life. Grew up in Fort Washington, and then me and my family migrated down to Southern Maryland, Indian Head, Waldorf area, and now we officially like live in like the middle of like Waldorf. So
Oh,
yeah,
okay. Wow,
it's pretty
man.
chill out here. Pretty chill out
Yeah, I
here.
live in Clinton actually, so I'm not too far from there.
Well, you right down the street. Yeah,
Yep,
I was just
it's crazy,
I
man.
was just up there for
We
it
could
was
have
like a
did it
show. It was a show up
right
there
in,
like a couple weeks ago.
in Clinton.
Yeah, yeah.
Cool, cool. So, can you help explain to the viewers the DMV? What does that stand for?
Oh, so the DMV it stands for it's like a trifecta like states and areas. So it's DC, Maryland, Virginia, and it's like a big potluck of like different cultures. To be
DC,
honest,
Maryland,
like to say
Virginia.
the least. Yeah. So
And
yeah, when you hear people say Maryland, like yeah, because I came across like some people that's like not from around here. When I say DMV, they be like, "What?" Be like Maryland, Virginia. They're like, "Oh,
yeah, yeah. I mean, I lived here I think 2 years, like when I first moved here, and I heard somebody say it,
mm,
and I didn't know what they were talking about. Like I was like, DMV? No, I live in DC.
yeah,
So I didn't know. So this is good to explain to people that don't know at all. Even like we have viewers in other countries too, so they don't understand, how
oh
close
yeah."
this area is. Basically, DC, Maryland, Virginia are probably what 10, 15 minutes apart, right?
Border wise, it depends on where you're coming from. Like from like where I live, like Waldorf, like you know what I'm saying, like it's out the way. Like we south. So it's like to get to DC, it's probably like a good I want to say like good 25, 30 minutes. Like if you drive like me, you get up there like 25 minutes. But yeah, it's pretty spread out. Virginia, especially Virginia's like bigger than both states. So it's like yeah, it's pretty spread out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, it's pretty spread out. Yeah, it definitely depends where you're going or coming from. Wow, I see a
Yeah.
lot of DMV people in here. Uh, yeah, that's what I thought as
I
well.
gotta see
Someone,
the chat.
oh, you can't.
Yeah.
Sorry, bro.
No, I'm not,
uh,
are you looking at the Twitch one or the YouTube one?
you can see it?
No,
I don't know.
I was gonna pull up the YouTube chat.
Oh,
Are
yeah,
you
you can. Yeah, it might show you're on YouTube, Twitch, and Periscope.
okay? Yeah.
So
Okay,
whatever one you
I
want to
can see
pull
the
up.
YouTube chat. All right, bet.
Cool.
Yeah, we
But
good.
yeah, some people are saying that the DMV reminds them of the Department of Motor Vehicles. So that's kind of what it
Yeah, I
is.
forgot about that. Yeah.
Yeah, I lived in
The
Virginia for a
NBA.
while, so that's what it's called. Maryland calls it the MVA, I think. Yeah.
Okay.
So,
So
but yeah,
you where you
anyway, man.
originally from?
Huh?
No, I'm saying where you originally from?
I was born in New York, but
Oh,
I'm
New
a
York. Okay.
military brat, so I've been everywhere and back.
Okay, that
So I
makes
came
sense.
back
That
here.
makes sense.
Yeah, man. So
Yeah.
let's talk about you, man. It's all about you, bro.
Oh yeah.
You
Right.
grew up here. Um, let's see. How was it? Let me start like your early influences musically,
Mm.
what inspired you musically? I know your environment does as well, but like was family or friends inspiring you musically?
Yeah. So like early, I got bit by the music bug. Like early, just like growing up in church, being surrounded by like musicians and like singers and stuff like that. And my father was a singer. Like he used to be a part of a go-go band back in the day. He was in a go-go band back in the day. So like growing up, I used to always see him playing bongos. He would link up with like my grandfather and they would do jam sessions and stuff like that. He'll bring people over the house. So I was just always around it. And when I started to like it was around like 7 years old, like when I really wanted to start like at that time I was just starting to just work on like writing raps and stuff. Like I would try to have rap battles with my dad like every weekend. Like we put a timer on and see who could write the best song in an hour. So like ever since then I don't know, I just been really like the ear for like just wanting to like listen to music deeper like was right around that time. Yeah.
And how old were you, would you say?
I was 7 years
Oh,
old.
wow. You were
Yeah, but I
young,
didn't
man.
start taking it. I was just exposed to it like for the longest, and like it was just like a low key thing. Like at that time, like I was doing it, but it was like off and on. But like I didn't start taking it serious till I was like 16, like 16 turning 17. That's when like it really hit me. Like I really wanted to take it full throttle.
So you've been going hard for probably a couple years now, man. Yeah, it's been a
Yeah, like
while.
6 years now.
Yeah. And overall, like how would you say it's going? Like what is your I I know there's so many different avenues to progression in music.
Hmm.
Um, overall, how would you say the music is going for you?
I would say it's going really good as far as gaining. gaining knowledge and perspective, and also like being able to work on my craft because like I'm a firm believer like music's like good music travels. Like, of course, you gotta, nowadays with there being so much noise in the industry, everybody being able to put themselves out there like a lot easier than back in the day. So, like, I'm just a firm believer in like understanding the craft, so that way when the demand comes, you'll have the supply to meet that demand. So the past 6 years for me, they've been going real good. Like just comparing myself now to like when I first started, like when I first started, I knew nothing like not even just about the craft, but about the music business, like what a royalty was or like how to register your song, like what a distributor was. So I just been like hitting the pavement on the craft as well as just understanding the business side and just, rolling with the punches, like trial and error with a lot of things. So I say it's going real good building that character.
Yeah, that's good, man. I remember like way back when I started, like you look back and see the things that you didn't know business wise and also music wise. So it's
Yeah,
like an evolution almost. You just keep like evolving in all avenues as far as like, it's not just the creative side that we grow. We just grow as human beings as well. Um
yeah. To go through things, you gain perspective, you have more to talk about. Cause like like the
yeah,
first
man.
song I ever put out, like my buddy Kamal, like if he was on here, he'll tell you like I remember when I put it out, like it only played on the left ear because I didn't know that it was only recorded in mono at that time. So I just be like thinking about stuff like that, like just understanding like the knowledge goes a long way.
You're recording in mono?
Yeah, man. We was recording on Garage Band. Like I didn't know what I was doing at that time.
Yeah. Hey, it's all good, man. I mean, like, yeah, software. I'm old school, so like software has come so far,
Hmm.
and being familiar with your software is like a learning curve with that alone. So you're trying to get out these creative ideas, but you don't
Yeah,
understand the software, the graphic user interface and all that. Because
right.
I actually did the same thing. I used to record in mono, and I didn't know the difference. So like even
Yeah,
beats were in mono, like for years. I didn't even know. So yeah. And
yeah.
actually that was when MIDI was finally USB. So MIDI wasn't even USB yet, is when I used to make music. So
Oh, did they
you
have
had the
the
MIDI
adapters?
cord. Nah, this is
Oh,
before the
okay.
adapter. You just had those
Oh,
weird MIDI
the little
cords that had the little, they look
yeah,
like mic cables
yeah. And then they had
almost.
like the little adapter piece on the other end.
No adapters.
Oh, that was
It's just MIDI to MIDI.
oh
Uh,
oh
I,
dang.
yeah, I
That's
have
all
some around
analog.
here. Yeah, yeah, it's old school. And then you had to record the MIDI. It was just a lot of work around, man. It was crazy because it took a lot of effort just to get one idea out, compared to
Yeah.
now. I forgot to mention like how we came across paths and whatnot. I noticed you at the Sound Advice tour with Kato. Shout out to Kato on the
Yeah.
track, man.
Yeah. That
Look
was
forward
that
to.
was a dope experience.
Yeah,
That
yeah, it
was
was
dope.
definitely dope. And let's talk a little bit about getting outside of these things out of the studio, man. Like, how does that influence you as a creative?
I feel like it influences me a lot because not only does it give me like those experiences that you would go through to, that keeps you inspired to, create more, but it also is really good for the networking aspect. Like, because I'm sure you could like attest to this. Like, you work like if you in the lab all the time working on your craft, like, yeah, you're working on your craft, but it's not gonna get anywhere unless you like venture out and go network. And I was just talking to my brother about that yesterday. Like he was telling me about venturing out to like places like LA, Atlanta to really like build those connections because you don't know who they know. And in this industry, like I know you know this too, and like in this industry, it's all about who you know because you can know a whole lot, but if you're not like networking or you don't have anybody that's good with networking, it's just not gonna go nowhere. So it's a big part of it. I
Yes,
hope I hope
sir.
I answered the question. I think I
No, you
did.
did. You did. You did.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, it's so important, like, to get out of your bubble because, like, everyone's
Hmm.
doing music. and that is like a whole other side of just the whole business aspect. Through my
Yeah.
career, I made sure, like over time, like I would just make music, and I make really good music, and you can make all the best music you can in your where you're at right now, but
Hmm.
if no one else that can influence that or no one else you can share it with, like what's the point? You know what I mean? You're just making
Yeah.
music for yourself. So yeah,
Yeah.
networking is key. But
Yeah.
yeah,
That's
you did
one.
answer it.
Yeah. Now that's something I've been trying to like and like bring into my like my whole regimen of like trying to just push myself as an artist in the past like year and a half, just trying to understand the marketing and networking more because I've been starting to see that like that's like how much that stuff matters.
Yeah. And that's why we cross paths, because we were both networking. You know,
Hmm.
I met Cato a couple times, a couple years back, and I saw that he was coming in the area, and I definitely wanted to be a part of that. I'm trying to remember
Yeah.
where I met Cato. Oh, in Texas. Okay. Yeah, through a BeatStars event. Yeah, prior to that, I
Word.
didn't even say that during the whole, thing because yeah, it was dope experience. So,
Yeah.
you mentioned marketing, you mentioned networking. Like, what do you think is something that you can work on to improve your reach as an artist?
Definitely some playlisting. And also doing more of these, doing more interviews, getting connected with more people like outside of the arm's length. So definitely doing those, just to like get to the people that possibly could like the stuff that I put out like that. Yeah. But playlisting is definitely something that I'm incorporating more, especially as of lately. That in the interviews. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Those two. Mainly those
Yeah,
two.
interviews are always dope because like I was saying, I don't know if I told you, but I think I said in my message I sent to you, it's more like getting to know the person behind the music because they can see your
Yeah.
songs all the time. They can hear your music, you're streaming or whatever, but getting to know you as a person is like a whole nother level, you know?
Yeah.
Um, Man, I was gonna ask you something about somebody. Oh, somebody said I need to go to Atlanta. What do you think about um,
Same, bro.
the idea of like?
Same.
Go ahead.
No, I was saying same, bro. Like same. I'm trying to get out there too. I've been
Yeah.
trying to go to Atlanta for a minute.
Yeah, it's tough now, man. It's definitely tough because of the whole COVID and quarantine. How is that affecting you, like your music and all?
Um, very early on, it was a hike. I ain't gonna lie, it was a bit of adjustment because there was no shows going on. So for me, like that was right around the time when I first like when I really started investing my equipment. So the transition was a bit smoother for me versus like a lot of other artists because I know studios were closing down. So like I just been like that time just in the lab, just like working on stuff and then like learning the craft of like mixing and mastering. So it's been a good transition and it's been a lot of work put in, like a lot of hours down here and like just trying to gain that knowledge of like mixing and mastering. Like I'm definitely coming far along with it, but man, like I have a newfound like I was just talking to one of the engineers that I know like around my way. Like I have a newfound respect for engineers, man. Like they do so much for the just to have the music sound the way it does. Like that stuff take a lot of time, a lot of
Yeah,
time.
yeah. It's definitely a craft, and I've known engineers that done that over 25 years and they're still like it's an endless mastering
Yeah,
craft. But I went to school for music engineering, so I know exactly what you're talking about.
yeah, man.
It gets deep, man. It gets really deep.
Yeah,
Um,
man. My weakness was the EQs real early on. I'm just trying to figure out how to EQ and like compress. I was like, what is this, bruh?
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
It's funny you mentioned EQ. EQ is probably one of the most powerful tools when it comes to mixing and mastering. I used
Hmm.
to think that you're supposed to boost everything. I
Oh,
would
we
just
did.
turn up
These are the
bass.
ones
Yeah,
had everything distorted.
it was nasty, man. It was just I had
Yeah,
frequencies colliding. I had no idea of certain things. So over time, you
yeah,
you, you develop over time.
yeah. Yeah, I did a
Oh,
lot of that too. Like I would always have the bass and the drum and the kick clashing. Like I didn't know what a side chain was. I ain't gonna lie. I was looking at this video. There was like side chain. I was like, wait, huh? And then when I finally learned how to do it, I was like, bro, I could have been doing this the whole time. Like two knobs. And then like also the mixing in mono too. I tried it out for the first time a couple months ago. I never went back. Like it's so much. It makes it so much easier because it pushes everything in the middle. Like your ears don't get thrown off by the panning or like the separation. It just like shrinks everything to the middle, so it's true to sound. So it's like it makes it a lot
yeah.
easier.
Now we're getting into something. You're getting into your engineering side, and I thought
Uh,
this interview would be dope because you're an artist and you're
yeah.
a producer slash engineer, musician, all that. So you have many hats on, and I think it's cool for our viewers. Can you explain the difference between mono and stereo for people that have no idea?
Okay, so the difference between mono and stereo. Mono is like, all right. So let's say I have a speaker like a JBL or something like that. Mainly would be mono because it's just like one speaker. But like if you just got one speaker playing, that's mono. It's like everything in the middle. But stereo is like two at once, like left and right. So like you know how like you hear your favorite song and it might have something panning more to the left. Like you'll hear something on the left side or the right side. Like that's stereo. I hope that's a pretty brief. Like I was trying to keep it simple, man. But
No,
yeah,
that's very simple. Like
yeah,
if you
yeah,
didn't understand that, you can just Google it and you understand. But
yeah. It's
mixing mono, I started doing that probably 2 years ago, and it's good for like streaming too. Mixing a mono is a good technique to get better mixes for streaming, like especially in laptop speakers and cheap earbuds and whatnot. But it's good
mhm,
for all around. Um, you mentioned another technique, sidechaining. It's an
yeah.
endless debate. Some people say never sidechain. Um,
Oh yeah, I heard that too.
and some
But I
people
don't care.
say,
Like it's just for I ain't gonna lie. For the drums, yo,
yeah,
808s and kicks. And then I just started doing a little bit of side chain with like certain like you know how you'll hear certain songs with flares. Like I was working on the mix for this song on my project coming out, Paradise 2. Make sure y'all go get that. It's dropping 2020. It's gonna be dropping in May. But yeah, so like I was
what's it
mixing
called?
like this.
What's it called?
The project's gonna be called Paradise 2, and we dropping it. We trying to put it out in May, no later than June. But yeah, it's gonna be produced by me. Well, executive produced by me and my buddy CW. Shout out CW if you watching. But yeah,
Cool.
so I was I was doing a little bit of side chain. Like we had this bird sound, and I was trying to like incorporate the sound like where it's noticeable, but it's not like overpowering like the verse like when you hear it, like just so it's like it's just there like a little tease or something like that. So
And
that's why I like side chain. Just
it was
huh?
like a sound effect. The bird sound is like a sound
Yeah,
effect.
yeah. It was like a legit bird, like a crow sound. Like you know how on Jumpman they got the little bird sound.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
literally sounds just like that. So
Okay.
I was trying to figure out how to get that together, and I don't know. Side chain just make it easier, but I honestly don't know why people don't like why they say no, don't do side chain.
The people that usually say that, it depends on genre. Um, a lot of
Okay.
people say, just in my experience, say that in hip hop, don't sidechain. Um, I I do it depending on the particular beat. And there's a way to
Okay.
sidechain without making it duck so much. It just depends on your settings.
Yeah.
It's just an endless debate. Some people think that when you sidechain the kick in the 808 doesn't breathe hard enough or it doesn't blend with the kick enough. It depends on the type of kick that you use because some kicks have different frequencies and almost a different pitch. So you can actually blend them together really well without using side chaining. So it depends on the sounds and some other, artifacts. So I don't want to get too techie in here, man, and bore
Yeah,
the
I
hell out of
thought
everybody.
nah, I understand what you talk about, but I'm just thinking in the back of my mind, like, dang, bro, like
I can show
I
you
know they
actually.
confused in the chat right now, bro. Like, I know they,
Yeah,
I
man,
know
because
they
I can show
geeking
you
right
the
now. They like,
actual frequency, and people will be like, "Oh, that's what he means." But yeah,
yeah,
you can do a lot without side chaining, and then you can do a lot with
oh,
side chaining. So it depends. Yeah, yeah.
yeah.
Man, we went on a
All right,
Oh,
cool.
the other thing you mentioned was getting your music out. Are you taking advantage of the distribution that BeatStars introduced? Have you tried that yet?
I did get the email. I did a little bit of research into it, but I'm kind of like knee deep in like with distributing with the distributor I have now. Like all my songs are on there now, and I definitely like wouldn't knock it. Like I definitely wouldn't shy away from it. It just depends. Like if I come across that one fork in the road that like with the one I have now, that's like yeah, nah. But I actually, I would consider BeatStars just because like the community on BeatStars is just so big already as far as like, within the community. Like I noticed that people drop like legit songs on BeatStars. So I feel
Yeah,
like that
yeah,
wouldn't be a bad idea. That definitely wouldn't be a bad idea. I think it's
yeah.
good
You
now that they're no, I was just saying I think it's good now that they're giving the opportunity to people to distribute straight through there, especially for producers. Cause I know of a lot of like producers, like lo-fi producers that literally put their stuff out there. So I feel like doing it through a program like BeatStars where it caters specifically to producers, I feel like it kind of is like in that way it's kind of more artist friendly. I feel like because they look at it from the perspective of the artist or the person releasing stuff, not just like on the business side.
Yeah, yeah. It's basically a unique perspective because
Yeah,
it's a producer, musician slash artist perspective. Um, but yeah, you can distribute with multiple distributors as long as it's not the same content. So that way you don't
yeah.
have conflict. So just a FYI for those that ever wondered
Oh,
that.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, yeah.
I didn't
You
know
can
that.
have,
Okay.
as long as it's not the same song, you're good. Yeah. And actually, if you can also distribute beats as well. I know a lot of producers don't know that. You can distribute beats and lease the beats on the platform as well. So a lot of people don't know that as well. So just kind of dropping some gems on y'all so you know. I know that
I
question comes
might,
up a lot.
I might look into that. I might, this new project might be through BeatStars, man. I don't know.
Hey
I might,
man,
yeah.
we here.
All right.
Speaking of BeatStars, you have a BeatStars profile, right? You're on BeatStars, I
Yeah,
believe as well.
yeah. I got a couple beats up there. I've been cooking up here and there, but lately I just been focusing more on the artist hat. You know what I'm saying? Like, but yeah, I got a couple beats on there. Yeah,
That's
something
what's up,
slight,
man.
something slight.
Um, okay, so what features actually when were you introduced to BeatStars?
Oh man, I know it was a couple years ago, but I'm trying to think of like, cause I knew about it before I like a little bit. It was a minute before I actually made one, but I'm trying to think who like somebody told like they sent me the link. It was like, bro, you gotta make one. Like if you starting to make beats now, I don't know. It was something like it was just something random though. Like because I remember when I really started to take like producing more serious because I felt like at that time that was a time when I was really starting to like I was really using like a lot of YouTube beats, but at that time I felt like I was hitting a ceiling because those beats were already laid out. I couldn't do too much with it, so I was like, bro, I really want to start producing like a little bit more. And then I think that's when I got like put on the BeatStars. I think that happened when I bought. I think I knew about BeatStars when I first bought like my first beat, and then I looked into it more, and then I just like made an account. So it was just something random. But I like
Gotcha,
the program though. I really like it. It's real smooth. Real smooth.
gotcha, man. So how long would you say? How long ago?
I want to say like a year or two. No more than
Okay,
2 years.
cool,
Yeah.
man. Yeah. Are you familiar with the new the BeatStars Awards happening recently?
Y'all got awards?
Yeah.
That's tough. Yeah, that's tough, bro. I didn't know that.
I need to add you on my I have a group, so I need because I send out updates and stuff. Yeah,
Yeah,
there's
yeah. Put me in
nominations
there,
going on
man.
right now. I mean, voting going on right now. I wish I had a link to drop for y'all, but if you go to, I think it's BeatStars/awards. Don't quote me on that, but if you Google it, and actually it's on our go to our Twitter. I'm sure we posted a lot on it. So yeah, check it out. If somebody wants to drop the link here in the chat, please do. Voting is going on right now, and I think the awards is next week or the week after. So yeah, it's basically categories of
Okay.
different things going on. So yeah, if y'all know the link, just drop it
Dope,
in the
man.
chat, and drop the real link. Don't drop any crazy link in there. So all right. So any type of when you started producing music, you decided to do music because you kind of felt the beats you were finding were already laid out and you kind of wanted to control, what you wanted to perform
Mm-hmm.
on. And that motivated
Mm-hmm.
you to be a producer. So how long would you say you've been a producer?
I would say a year and a half as far as like consistently working on it. Cause like whenever I would get the YouTube beats, like I would even still like I would be doing production stuff and I didn't even know it. Like I would hear a certain part, I would chop. I was sampling and I didn't even know I was sampling. Like it took one of my homies at the time to like tell me, they were like, bro, you know how to produce, bro? I was like, nah, I'm just chopping. They was like, bro, that's sampling, bro. You tough, bro. I was like, okay. But like then I started like really like really make beats when I was working on this EP. It was like my first EP. It's called Paradise, and I was working with my buddy Juice. Shout out Juice. He from this area too. Uh, I was like working on it with him for like a minute, and he was in there. Like I had this one song I did for like 3 years, and he just like literally took what was in my brain and like had it playing on like the same speakers you got in the background. He had them playing on them same jumps in
Yeah.
like 30 less than 30 minutes. I was just like, bro, how'd you do that? Because he took the sample and then he put reverb on it and did the drums. And like I was like, bro, I had that idea in my head for 3 years and you just did it in 30 minutes. I was like, yeah, I'm about to start producing now. Cause like the way he did it was tough. And then
Yeah.
I also like wanted to start producing because like I'm the type of artist where I like to be a part of like every part, like be a part of the creative process to a degree where like I like to have the lingo. So if I have something like an idea, I know how to like relay it to the person, like communicate it to whoever I'm working with, so they'll know like how I want it. That's originally why I wanted to start getting in production. But now it's just like a second love or something like that. Like I just like putting stuff together, arranging stuff to making it sound full. Yeah. And I actually like produced like my first song that someone else did, like my first time producing someone else's song, like just got released not too long ago by an artist named Shanari. A song called Perfect, streaming now. Make sure y'all go get that. It's
Is
streaming
that one
everywhere.
that you sent me?
Nah.
Okay. Okay.
I sent you all my songs, but
Okay.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
Yeah, that's
yeah.
what's up, man. You sound like you're really hands-on. And you know who that reminds me of? I don't want to put any pressure on you, bro. But that reminds me of Michael Jackson. He was,
What?
yeah,
I gotta
he
start
was
dancing
all
now,
over
bro.
the engineering, production. You're right, you got to dance.
Hit the little. I
But
did a
he was,
moonwalk out here.
yeah, man. He was into like all of it, like the production. And the thing that shocked me, he was really into the sonics of. He was really into engineering, and a lot of people don't know that. Like he would say in
What?
the
That's
studio
crazy.
with the mixing, mastering, and like, yo, I don't like how it's too crisp right there. Change that. I see like B-roll footage. I'm a heavy
Yeah,
researcher, so I watch a lot of stuff. And I was like, yeah, I never knew Michael was into it like that. Um, there was
yeah.
some background footage of the Wiz, and he was like
Hmm.
studying how they film certain angles. Like he's just really into the whole creative thing. And you just remind me, like when you were saying all that, you're very hands on with the whole process. Do you do graphic design?
I ain't gonna lie. in high school, my stepfather gave me this little program. It's like a cheaper version of Photoshop. It's called Draw Plus. At that time, it was like generation like 3 or 4 or 5 maybe. Like that's how I made my logo. I got a brand slash nonprofit that I want to start at the right time. Like when the music take off, hopefully. But like yeah, like I use that to make my logo. And like every now and then I tap back into it. But like yeah, a little bit. Like I do a lot of my cover arts myself. Like
Mhm.
quite a few cover arts that I have on my SoundCloud. I did a lot of those myself. And because like as a creative, like I'm sure you could attest to this. Like, as a creative, sometimes you just have an idea and you just want to get it out, no matter how ugly it look. But it'll like I feel like like when I do that, it'll help me communicate it to somebody that could take it further. Cause like yeah, Like when it comes to stuff like cover arts, I'd be like, bro, like how can I tell them how to make this? All right, boom. Like I'll take like emojis and put emojis together on like a program and be like, yeah, make it look like this, but like how you do it. They're like, all right,
You
yeah,
put emojis together.
no lie. So like, all right, so I got this project I'm working on. It's called Dreams Over Love, and like I had this guy doing the cover art for it. Um, well, I had my buddy Omar helping do it too. But like I took like a picture of space. I had that as the background, and I put emojis of like the stuff that's in it. I was like, yeah, I want to do this, but make it look real. And it was like, all right,
Hey,
yeah,
it's all good. Like basically what you're doing, you're given a template. It's like a blueprint.
exactly,
Yeah,
yeah,
and it
exactly.
translates to the creative. They're like, "Oh, I got you. So let me just clean that
Hmm.
up and fix it up." Yeah, I got you. That reminds me of like scratch vocals. Like you'll do a reference vocal, um,
Hmm.
you know, like whether someone's singing a hook on a beat or whatever, you'll just do a quick reference to get that idea out initially. And that's
Yep.
what kind of reminds me of that. Because I didn't even know about that. Because like there's a video I can recall with Kanye where he's just mumbling. He's like, and he just places the phrases, like the syllables where he wants, and then he fills it with words. So that's just a different creative way of recording songs.
Uh,
Yeah. Some people do it like that. T-Pain does it like that too.
I tried.
Where
I
they
think I
just,
tried. I think I might have tried it a couple times. Like you just
yeah,
like make noise and whatever sound good, keep it, and then try to write something that rhyme with it. That's
yeah,
slick. That's actually really slick.
yeah.
I
That
might
way
do that more.
you're not restricted by words. You know, you don't,
Hmm.
you can always fill that in later. And also like with melodies, I do that when I produce music. Like I'll just I record all types of stuff in my phone, just random stuff, and then I can
Hmm.
translate that melody right into a beat. That way I don't miss that inspiration. Do you do
Yeah.
any type of things like that with your
Oh man, my
production?
voice memos on my phone is full of like hundreds of just random noises. Like I sound like I'm slow or something. Like, like I sound like an engine going. Like you ever seen that double A MCO commercial? Like where the people like it sound like where they just make a bunch of noise and they're like, oh, it's just your
Ah,
radiator. Like I'll be making noise like that just to like get the idea out of like
huh.
how I want the synth to sound or how I want the drums to hit or like how I want the just the melody to be. So yeah, I do that a lot, bro.
Okay, yeah. Not everybody does that. Just checking to see, your creative process. All right, so let's jump into creativity. Like, what inspires you as an artist, or just period,
Mm.
man? What inspires you to make music?
Definitely as a lyricist, what inspires me is like of course having a message is very important to me. So like I'm very inspired by the things that kind of attest to like what I stand for as a person and you know I don't know, I ain't gonna lie, this is a hard question to answer because
Yeah,
like I
no,
draw
man.
inspiration from a lot of different things, but
Yeah.
like if I'm instantly inspired, like I just like being around creative people and then things that just like make me feel like what I'm doing is making sense. Like what I'm doing is like helping someone else. Like
Mm,
whenever I'm performing or something like that, and I just make eye contact with somebody and they like I can see that they feeling what I'm doing, like I'm inspired by that. Or if I see someone else doing something and it kind of goes with where I'm trying to go, like I'm inspired by that. Or if I see like I'm very inspired by like a lot of like exotic places too, like the beaches, like and that's the whole thing that kind of inspired like my whole thing with the like the paradise vibes, like the vacation vibes. Like now I call my supporters like my whole movement is like the Voyagers. And, like what it stands for is like creatives or people that just like take the road less travel, like the outsiders, like and we just like going on this journey together to just find like happiness and find like success. So I'm real inspired by like those exotic places because when I look at those places, it just reminds me of like the pursuit of happiness. Like I got a song called I got a song called Paradise, and in the hook, like at the first verse, it go like Paradise is not based on a palm tree, uproot the illusion showcasing false dreams. And what that means is like the palm tree is like for me, like the palm tree symbolizes like that thing that we all chasing. And like you don't even gotta be a musician or creative to like be chasing something. Like everybody on this earth is chasing something. And that's it's the reason why we get out the bed. You know what I'm saying? Like you get up to what? Go get the money, go pay bills. You chasing something. You chasing like approval from people. You chasing success. You chasing happiness. We all chasing something, and that palm tree represents that. And you know, I'm just heavily like inspired by the pursuit of being something bigger than yourself.
Deep, deep, man. Very deep. No, man, this
Yeah,
is special, man, because what is that palm tree to you?
to me, it's just being like the best me, like being somebody that when people like a role model for people to look at, like, yo, he did it, I could do it too, especially in my area, because there's a lot of talented people out here, and you know, a lot of talent without guidance, like it goes nowhere. And like mentorship, like I was lucky to bump into some cool people and to go through certain experiences to like to start to be observant to realize like what works and what don't for me. And like I just want to be that person for like these kids out here that's going through it, like depression, or just like just trying to make it, whether you whether you grew up in section 8 housing, or whether you like in the suburbs, in the suburban areas, and you just like you kind of live a life where like your parents got everything paid for, and you growing up, and they expect, like, it's so much pressure on kids like that. Like it don't get talked about a lot, like in the suburbs areas, like these kids like growing up with everything handed to them, so they don't really have a sense of like work ethic or drive, but they know that they just want to be happy, you know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like once they like grow up in this sandbox, you kind of like start pushing them towards the world. It's like, whoa, bro, I don't know what I'm doing. Like unconscious, like it's not their fault because everything was there. Like, how do they know how to wash a dish if the dishes wash it for them? You know what I'm saying? Or like, how do they know what it takes to like manage your money if mom or dad paying for everything? You know what I'm saying? So I like to make the music that touches these kids that, going through it mentally, not just like from a circumstance level, but the ones that's going through it mentally. Cause your mental is like that's the root of the tree. Like how your mental is, that everything else follows after. So I just wanna like tell them like, bro, it's good. Like you just gotta like keep trying. Cause like whatever you put your mind to, you can do it. You just gotta have that drive, have the right people around you, and just like YOLO that jump. Like I don't know. I don't
Yellow
know.
that giant. No,
Yeah,
well said, man. Well said. Well said. Like you said so much in that segment. The chat is going crazy. They saying preach. Powerful. Yeah,
hey,
man. Yeah, definitely.
I ain't trying to preach, but yeah, gotta
No,
speak the
man.
facts, man. Because
Yeah, yeah. That's why I asked the question. Because I wanted to see exactly what that palm tree was to you. And that is so powerful
hmm
because like like you were saying, not a lot of people can see beyond what's on the street, or what's up
hmm
the block, or they can't see college, or they don't see themselves as being here on an interview. They don't see themselves, with plaques, with equipment. They don't see themselves like what's around them. Some believe that that's as far as they're going to go, you know,
yeah,
and the type of music that the vision that you have is just so much more powerful to those that just kind of limit themselves based on their vision and their environment. So yeah, really powerful stuff, man. Yeah, thanks for
yeah.
sharing that. What I
Thank
wanted to
you for
say.
allowing me to do
Oh
it.
yeah, man, for sure, bro. I saw you
Yeah,
working. I saw you working, man, and I definitely wanted to
thank you. I'm
uh,
trying, man.
bring you to the audience so people get to know you more and know your music and also your talent. And I'm glad you're here, bro. Someone was gonna say, I
Yeah.
definitely forgot the shout out Abe. Shout out Abe at BeatStars, man. Always, and the whole family,
Yo,
the
hey,
BeatStars
man.
family. It's always a pleasure doing these. And I see a lot of familiar faces. Cloud9, what's good? Jamil, the infamous Jamil, stopped by. I don't know if you've seen all his videos. He is helping the community nonstop. Shout out to Levi. I didn't see you in here, but shout out to my bro. Rock 5, what's good? Yeah. And I see a lot of newcomers. It's all good. Welcome, welcome. So, all right. So we talked about, man, we talked about your music. So let's actually showcase some music. Which one you think I should show first, or does it matter
Um,
if I can find it?
I don't know. You can do whatever you want, man. You could probably, I don't know, play let's test the chat. All right, chat. Let's test the chat, see if they really feeling this one. Odds, because I produced this one. Me and this guy, I think he's from Cali. His name's FMS. So like, there's this app called Voicey, and like I found this beat that he made. It was like one of the most popular
Yeah,
beats on there.
I
And like
heard
I
of that.
did the Voicey, and I was like, bro, I really want to put this into a song. So like I hit him up, and I found his BeatStars account, and I copped the beat. And then I saw that the melody was real good on it. Like it was just like a little melody. And I was like, bro, I want to add some drums and an 808 to it. So that joint really starts to like kick in. Y'all hear it when y'all hear it. But yeah, we should play odds first. So they can hear
Okay.
my production game like a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
So you produced this one.
I co-produced. I did the drums and the 808s, the melody, like that's all FMS, man. He did that. Shout out
Oh,
FMS, bro. That man is
cool.
swift with it.
Is he here now? I can't. There's
I
so
don't
many.
know. I don't know.
Okay,
Hopefully.
so
I
many
definitely
people.
sent it to him, the link.
All good. And even if you missed this show, it is live. It'll post, so you'll see it later if you missed it.
All
So
right, bet.
make sure you mute yourself, bro. Just hit the mute button.
Yeah, I got you.
I just want you got a lot on your plate, and I got a lot at stake. It's not enough of a reason for me to give up on us, oh girl. You got a lot on your plate, and I got a lot at stake. It's not enough of a reason for me to give up on us, oh girl. Reason to lie you, babe, reason to trash you, babe, don't wanna buy you, babe. Yeah, cause I just want you. All on me, throw it back, baby. I leave it all up to you tonight. Been so long, my feelings getting stronger, and I just can't deny. Your love is all I need. Without you, I'm incomplete. I've just been chasing dreams, but I think true love found me. I know it's weight is toll. We might bend but never fall. Stay close when shit get cold. It ain't easy, girl, I know. You got a lot on your plate, and I got a lot at stake. It's not enough of a reason for me to give up on it, so long. You got a lot on your plate, and I got a lot at stake. It's not enough of a reason for me to give up on it, so long. Reason to lie you, babe, reason to trash you, babe, don't wanna buy you, babe. Yeah, 'cause I just want you.
Yes,
That was
sir.
dope, man. That was dope.
Thank
Vibes,
you, bro.
straight
Thank you.
vibes, man. You mentioned vacation. It reminds me of like somewhere on a beach somewhere. I can just visually see that, man. Yeah.
Yeah,
What
yeah. I
inspired
like the
you to make
guitars.
that?
I think the guitar sample like really caught me. Like I don't know why. I'm starting to realize like I really have a thing for like those acoustic guitar samples or like I don't know, but like yeah. At that time I was like I was in a relationship and it was like, it was a relationship, a new relationship moving into COVID. Imagine that. That's a lot, right? So yeah,
Moving into
it
COVID.
was one thing. Yeah, a new
Oh wow.
relationship transitioning into COVID. So it was a lot going on. So at that
Yeah.
time, especially in the puppy love stage where you just like, all about that person. All you want to do is just be with that person, talk on the phone with that person. And that person did music too. So like for me, it was just like I was just very inspired, lovey dovey, you know how it is, bro. Like, and I was just, just inspired, just to write a lot of love songs. And I felt like, especially at that time, like I felt like people could relate to that too, like because life is short, and when you have odds coming at you, especially like COVID or just things in general, all you can do is just lean on the people you love. I know that's cliche, but like, it's true at the end of the day. Like that's all you can do.
Yeah,
Yeah,
man.
feel
No,
good.
I can totally relate. People around you in your circle are important.
Facts.
Yeah, definitely can relate, man. Yeah, dope vibes on that. I was gonna ask you, so what are there any platforms that you're focusing on with your artistry, or are you like just trying different things, or what's working for you and what's not working
I've
for
been
you?
trying. I've been. Are you talking about like marketing wise, or just like the market that I'm trying to tap into as far as like the type of music?
Marketing wise, like what are you doing marketing
Marketing
wise,
wise, okay.
whether it's social or not?
Honestly, man, for the longest, I just been winging it. Like whatever I come across, I'll try to hop on it. But now I've been looking for management for like I've been looking for management heavily for the past like 6 months, and some things been coming my way, and I just been slowly constructing my team, so it's coming along a little bit. But as far as like when I'm doing like the platforms I'm reaching out to, I just been trying to like look at my algorithms, my data, and analyze like the type of people that listen to my music on a consistent basis. So I just been trying to figure out, okay, of course these people are like me, but what type of platforms do they watch or do they encounter with like what type of platforms like those do like people like them listen to. So platforms like sleeping on gems, I got on that playlist. One of my songs is on that playlist, and yeah, that playlist gave me like the most views. So I've been trying to like get on stuff like that where it's like it kind of like those platforms that tap into the culture of people that are like me a little bit more. So when they come across that one song, it's like, oh, all right, bet. Yeah,
Yeah, I got you. Yeah, I was gonna mention be careful with certain playlisting, like people like pay to play stuff, because there's a lot of
yeah,
scams going on where people, just send money and you don't see any result. They just take
yeah,
your money, and you end up on
yeah.
some fake playlist. But playlisting is it's vital for artists, to
Hmm.
gain a fan base, and also the algorithm, like you mentioned, will pick up other people that would like what you make and whatnot, and you gain more fan base, a bigger fan base. So yeah, it sounds like
Facts.
you're in experimental stage.
Yeah, definitely. But once I get this formula together, man, I feel bad for whoever doubted me, man. It's coming. It's coming.
Ye-
I could feel it. Like,
Yeah, man,
yeah.
that's what it's all about. Just keep trying stuff, and you'll hit a target. Trust me.
Eventually, man. Eventually. I can't wait. I can't wait.
Okay, so let's get into some more music. I had another one up here. Let's share. I forgot what it's called. You want to do Pina Colada Rain? I like that. Let's check that out.
Yeah.
That's on
Yeah, that's
SoundCloud.
all right, bet.
And my bad. And I followed you as well on SoundCloud. So Let me mute myself and share the screen.
I never meant to leave you on that way. Just see the moment at the time we play. Under the pina colada rain we stay. Don't you remember the guarantees we made? You promised me forever and always. What happened to you? Tell me why you changed. You promised me forever and always. Promise me forever. Faded out my mind. Thoughts lost in time. How to give a fuck about that night? Not too sure, not too sure. But I might be fine, yeah. This shit might define all the reasons why I can't sleep during the night, gone during the day. When you and me fight, it's consistent pain. Your love on the burns for success and fame. It could bring you shame, doubt, and what you say. Don't you sell yourself for these needless things? Just look at me, tell me what you see. My life filled with grief, overload with grief. Why you think somebody like me will never be blessed? See, it told me thanks, wishing for it to change. Fighting through your humble ways for the pleasure and accolades. But I told you, I showed you, exactly what can happen in the moment when you're zoned in the. I never meant to leave you on that way. Just see the moment at the time we play. Under the pina colada rain we say. Don't you remember the guarantees we made? You promised me forever and always. What happened to you? Tell me why you changed. You promised me forever and always. Promise me forever. Oh.
Yo, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. You're good. Yeah, that's vibes right there.
Good,
Good
good.
work, man. Good work.
Thank you, bro. Thank you. Yeah, that beat was
Uh,
made by this guy named MoFlo. That man's crazy with it. Shout out MoFlo, bro.
yeah, it's definitely it has a different rhythm to it. You know, the drums, just a whole different vibe to it. Really like it's soulful. I'm feeling it. Yeah, it's dope, man. Um, what artist would you compare that to?
I would say the drums is heavily inspired by Broken Clocks by SZA. At that time when that album came out, I was listening to that album heavy, and like me and my family, we took a vacation to Florida, and that vacation inspired like my whole brand idea with the whole palm tree thing. Like that sparked, like that lit a fire in me, man. Like that sparked the whole thing. And what that song means, like I know when you hear it, it makes you think like it's about like relationships. But if you go back and listen to the words, like literally pay attention to the words that I'm saying in the verse, like it's like with that song, it's like a mirror. It's like a double-sided song. So one half is like, yeah, relationship wise, like, yeah, like it's that part. But then the other side is the artist perspective with the label, like with the hook. You promise me forever and always. That's that's an artist getting shelved from a label, or like
Mm,
somebody dancing with the devil, like like bro, I thought I was gonna get all this. Like I sold my soul. Like I'm not saying I sold my soul. I'm not. That didn't happen at all. But it's just like you know that's like the real message that I like to put behind my music, because it's like it's a lot going on out here that people don't know about, and it's a real spiritual warfare going on out here. and I like to keep it in perspective of like whose side I'm really on out here, like because you can't serve two masters. So I like to put those messages in my music behind the stuff that draws people in for them to know the truth. So that's why this was one of like my favorite songs, not just because of how it is, but the message behind it. And like
Gotcha.
when I finished doing the music video for this one, I know it came out like a couple years ago, but I've been shooting a lot of videos lately, and I've been working on a lot of stuff. So y'all gonna see like the message is gonna be displayed a lot through my videos, so that way it kind of so it can go hand in hand, so you can figure out like where my brain is at with it.
Gotcha. Yeah, videos you can do a lot of visual stuff to represent those gems that you have vocally in your song and lyrically as well. There's a lot of artists that do that, and the first one that jumps to mind is actually Nas. Like how he'll say, you know, something so many times, but underneath it, it means something else. So that's what kind
Yeah,
of it reminds me of.
yeah, yeah.
Um,
Nas, Kendrick, Cole,
yeah,
yeah,
all of them.
they did, yeah,
Cloud9 Music, what's good, man? He says feels like a good mix of neo soul and '90s R&B a little bit too. You agree to that?
yeah. That's lit. Yeah, definitely definitely the like neo soul. Like that's definitely like I try to go for that a lot with the cadences. Like try to be like unorthodox with it, kind of like Frank Ocean, like how he is with like the flows. Like you never know how he gonna hit the pockets like that. Shit. That dude crazy. And like yeah, the '90s vibes definitely, and you can hear that a bit in the melody too for the '90s vibes. Yeah,
Yeah,
shout out
yeah,
Cloud9, man. I appreciate you. Mad
yeah,
love, man.
man. Thanks for always supporting and dropping through. And yeah, actually, I think I responded to one of your support tickets, so I'm glad you're good to go. Oh
Oh yeah,
man, I
shout
was
out
gonna.
Speak Beats. Speak Beats, start showing love too.
Oh, there we
He
go.
said
That's what's
sound like
up.
a melodic,
That's what's up.
smooth island. Yeah, the island feels, man. Yeah, that's what I was going for. Yes, sir.
Yeah. Yep. Hit the nail on the head or head on the nail. Something else I was gonna say, man. Oh, it's interesting you brought up Frank Ocean because I was thinking the same thing. I didn't say it earlier, but I was thinking the same thing. And I met his engineer in LA a couple years back. Really cool guy, man.
What?
Yeah, he said it
How
felt
that
good
go?
just to see daylight because he was a
I bet.
workaholic, man. That guy is just, you know,
Yeah,
14-hour days. It's just crazy. So
man.
yeah, and let's
That's
get
how it
into
is,
like
man.
yeah. I mean, let's speak on that. Balance, life balance, and music balance.
Oh, I like this
What?
question.
Yeah, what helps you balance the two? Because I think you're working probably full time too, right? Or
Yeah,
yeah,
I don't sleep, man. I ain't gonna lie. Like I barely get. I be praying on my way to work. Like I be dozing off, bro. Like it's. I don't recommend anybody do that, but like yo, it's hard. But it is
don't
what it
don't
is.
don't incriminate yourself. Don't say any. Don't get too personal. How uh, basically you said you be dozing off getting to work, or don't say at work.
Nah, I ain't gonna lie. No, not at work. Not at work. I mean, wait. Nah, not at work. But like driving,
Yeah.
on the way to work, I'll be up at like the ass crack of dawn, man. I be tired. But it is what it is, you know what I'm saying? But the balance, like to answer your question, like how do I find that balance? Like you just gotta I don't know, you just gotta know what's important to you and know what's in like what in general is important. Like as far as like those things that matter the most. And to me, my priorities are based on like what matters most for like my happiness. And like I try to balance like of course the music is my passion, but at the end of the day, like ain't ain't nothing better, better than family and your the intangible things. So I try to like value my family time as well a lot. I take that very serious. I don't really post my family a whole lot. Just try to keep it separate. But yeah, I value my family a lot. Um, relationships, I value relationships a lot too. That don't even just go for like my girl at the time or whatever. It could be just be friendships. Like that stuff matters because that's the stuff that's going to keep me like me. That's going to keep me inspired. That's going to keep me pure. Like embarking on this crazy industry out here, man. Because a lot of people I be seeing like a lot of people they be losing themselves, and I don't want to be one of them. And my will's strong, but like it ain't that strong to like what I'm saying, like I gotta have the right people around me. So I definitely value that. And yeah, you had another part of the question I forgot.
No, it's all good. No, I want you to, feel free to talk what comes to mind. How many hours of sleep are you getting?
I average like I ain't gonna lie, like on a good day, 6 hours. I get 6 hours. I
That's
will
good.
rarely get 7 hours or 8 hours. On a good day, I'll get six, but like mostly I average like 4 to 5 hours. I try to like like I ain't gonna lie, I try to get 5 or 6 in. But
Yeah,
four
that's
on the fourth hour, on them 4 hour days, yo, I'm
yeah.
struggling to stay up on the way to work, man.
It gets worse the older you
Yeah,
get, man. You need more sleep. I can't do
yeah.
4
That's what
hours
my
anymore.
folks always tell me.
Yeah, I can't do
Yeah, my
four
folks be
hours
on
anymore.
me about that.
Oh man.
Yeah.
So, where do you see yourself like 5 years from now with your music? Like, where do you want to be in 5 years from now?
I definitely see myself with a couple Grammys under my belt for not only just for my artistry, but like I see me being nominated across the board as a writer, as a producer, but me being on top as far as like artistry wise. Like I feel like I'm gonna be knee deep in the game just because of like my craft level, like my work ethic. Like I'm real confident in it now to the point where it's like I feel like I can knuckle up with anybody as far as like these are the big artists out here. As far as just creating a good body of work. And also, I feel like I can see me having my solid, my fan base, to a point where it's like, a real good core, kind of like similar to like, the fan bases of like, I mean, maybe not to that big of a degree, but Kendrick, like Cole, or like, XXS Tentacion, like, their fan bases are real like connected, and it's like a culture within a culture. Also Logic as well. Logic, his fan base is crazy. Like I definitely like want to have a fan base like that. So in 5 years, I definitely see me having a strong core fan base. Hopefully, Lord willing, the whole COVID thing go away, where I could start touring or have done a tour or two within the next 5 years, and having my brand, developing my brand to a point where I have leverage on like if I need to do a label deal, I would have leverage on doing a labor deal with them. But definitely owning my masters, um, having a house, uh, probably 5 years. How old will I be? I'll be 27. I will hopefully have bumped into like my soulmate. If I haven't already, hopefully I will have bumped into her and made a connection to make things happen. Yeah, that's a big goals, but hey, you gotta shoot high, land high.
That's right, man. That's right. You
Yeah,
definitely got to have a vision of where you're going. Without
yeah,
that vision, you don't know where to go. You have no destination, like GPS. You know what I mean? So, yeah, thanks for sharing that, man. And
yeah.
you got your plate full, but it gives you a challenge. You know what I mean?
Always, always. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
man. I wish you the best
Gotta
with that,
try,
bro.
man.
Yeah,
Thank
yeah.
you.
Definitely wish you the best, man. What artists inspire you?
Uh, Definitely J. Cole. That's like my favorite artist. Like he got
Yeah.
this song called "Love Yours," and like
Yes,
at that
that
time, I was yeah, yeah, bro.
love that song.
When he dropped 2014 Forest Hill Drive, yo, I was in
Yeah,
the middle of math class. We was like taking an algebra test. I ain't gonna hold you. I threw my pencil on the test. I was like, bro, like I know I'm not about to get this joint right. But then like somebody told me about his album, so I just pulled my phone out, and started cranking the album. And then this is like the first time me hearing the album, and I was like, all right. And I got a B on that test. I didn't study for it at all, but like I popped the album in my ears, I was just listening, and I just took the test and got a B. So like, yeah, like that's when I really started to listen to him. Like I knew about him already, but like I became like a real live Cole fan when that came out. And then fast forward, he had did the For Your Eyes Only tour. This is like the first and only tour I ever been to. Like them
Is
tickets
that the
is
one they shot
expensive.
on HBO? They did like a whole documentary. Is that the tour where they
Was he
went back
on
to his
like
house?
was the stage setting like a house?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay, nah, that was the 2014 Forest Hills Drive tour. But the
Okay, my
For Your
bad.
Eyes Only tour, it was like lamp posts, like outside, you know, the street lights. Like he had that type of theme with it, and he would wear
Okay.
like a jail suit. Yeah. So like he came out like, and I got into the show like, you know, I was with my girlfriend at the time. Like her dad got us tickets. So I was there like on the floor, you know, the floor seats. I was geeking, man. Like he walked out and like I could tell like I don't know, like a lot of people were there, you know, they there to enjoy, like, oh my God, it's cold. But I'm like taking mental notes, like, okay, you do this, how you perform, all right, that's how you get that crowd engagement. Oh, okay, that's how you get it riled up. Okay, that's how, okay, punchlines, pockets, breathing time. Like I was just taking mental notes. I was just so inspired, man. And like he performed that song Love Yours, yo. When he told everybody to light they lighters, man, the room was dark, but as soon as you see the phone lights cut on, man, the whole arena was lit. I was like, bruh, if I ain't never had a reason to like do this music, this is definitely like one of the biggest ones. To like to be able to like be at the center of all that is crazy. And like that song right there, like, yeah, that created a moment for me. So I got Love Yours tatted on me. So I know I went on a whole ramble, but like, yeah, I had to just put that out there, man.
No,
Shout
it's
out
all
Cole.
good,
The man
man.
inspired me
All
to the
good.
fullest, bruh. The man inspired me to the fullest. So yeah, J. Cole, Kendrick Lamar for sure. Kanye West as an artist, producer, and a visionary. Like Kanye West pushes boundaries. I know Kanye been perping a lot lately. And for y'all who don't know what perping means, he been wilding lately. But you know, I mean, he human too. But Jay-Z for sure as a boss, as a CEO, the way he got Rock Nation being like one of the biggest labels out here right now. Um, and another artist, I would say I got so many artists like that I'm inspired by. As far as like how I message my music, like how I construct, like arrange like the double sided meanings in music is Michael Franks. He's an '80s pop artist, but at that
Mm,
time they didn't really know like how to categorize him because he was just like so versatile with how he did pop at that time. Like they
mm.
didn't know if he was a jazz artist or a pop artist, but Michael Franks for sure. His Tiger in the Rain album, yeah, that inspired like uh my whole brand with the whole Paradise theme. Like that project inspired that a lot heavily too. And
Mhm.
I could give you more artists. Like you know, this I got a couple like neo soul R&B artists that influence my sound. But those five people they influence like my structure as like how I move as an artist, like my approach.
Okay. Yeah, man, you got a lot of inspiration there. That's good.
Yeah.
It's better than not having inspiration. So yeah, yeah, you named a lot of
Yeah.
really, really, really talented people. That "Love Yours" song, I was going to tell you, like that on my DJ nights, that was always my first song that I played every time. I was just like, as soon as I heard it. So it's funny you bring that up. I just love the production, the message. It's a really powerful song. And actually, I think that song has a sample in it. I think that's from another song. If I'm
Okay.
not mistaken. Man, I forgot the name of the song. I think that's a sample, but don't quote me on that. But anyway, J. Cole, if you're watching this, got two big fans right here.
Yeah,
Um,
man. Shout out J. Cole. Shout out
y-
Dreamville.
yeah, and you know it's
Yeah,
crazy
man.
too. Jid, I'm a big fan of Jid.
That boy crazy.
Yeah,
That boy crazy. I like his DiCaprio too.
yeah,
Workout.
yep,
I've
that's
been
crazy.
working hard, working out. That's on hard.
Yep, let's get into some more music. I think you have one more, so I'm gonna share that. What's it called? Do you want to set it up? You want to give an
Oh yeah,
intro?
so this song right here, the last song is called Hourglass, produced by my buddy Sire. I think he's from North Carolina. But yeah, that man went crazy on that beat. I came across his beat. I was in this group chat on Instagram, and I noticed he like posted this new beat, and I was like, bro, I want that. So I saw it on his story, and I've been like, I was at work at the time, writing to it. And yeah, y'all gonna like this one. The melodies is there. This one, it's another little love song, but it's real good. Y'all gonna rock with the melodies on this one. Hourglass. Yep.
Bet.
Mm-hmm. Feeling anxious, yeah. Too anxious to sleep. Stressing about we. Girl, I need, yeah, something more than a remedy. Way too immune what you giving me. Oh, girl, you play me. You play me once, you play me twice. I had advice. I should've listened to the ones I trusted. I just don't know why. Can't believe you're gonna throw it despite sacrifice. You're trying to make me late. I can't afford to stay with you. I need my space. Donnell Jones is right to say, just giving me some time to rid of toxic ways. Dwelling up in this place, all I learned from you was loss and pain. This shit costed me things I needed in my life. Waited all that time go slipped away in the night. I can't keep falling babe. I need to let you go. I'm moving on my own to break out the shit I'm on. In the hourglass, in the hourglass. It's so hard just to let go. It's so hard just to let go, yeah. In the hourglass, contemplating, yeah, on a whole situation. I needed saving. It became too much to bear. I just been lost inside my head. This shit ain't going nowhere. I'ma figure it out on my own instead. So I gotta maintain what I claimed before you had came. Need to maintain and embrace and grow from this change. Cause all the nights when we up late, fussing, fighting on simple things. We make up, then we make love. Trying to fuck the stress away, girl, you trying to make me late. And I can't afford to stay with you, girl, I need my space. I know Jones is right to say, just giving me some time to rid of toxic ways. Dwelling up in this place, all I learned from you was loss and pain. This shit costed me things I needed in my life. Waited all that time go slipped away in the night. I can't keep falling babe. I need to let you go. I'm moving on my own to break out the shit I'm on. In the hourglass, in the hourglass. It's so hard just to let go. It's so hard just to let go, yeah. In the hourglass.
Yo, that's the one, man. I really like that one a lot. That's nice, man.
Yes, sir.
It has that whole
Appreciate you, man.
classic vibe. Just yeah, that's a nice one right there, man.
Yeah, man. Shout out man,
Nice.
Sire, bro. Sire is crazy, man. That man, I think he only like 15 or 16, bro. But yeah, I'm gonna definitely keep him close. That man is crazy on the he crazy with the sticks, man. He crazy with it. And I'm shooting a video for this
Yeah.
one too. Um this one is like, yeah, real cinematic. It's coming, man. I can't wait for I can't wait. Can't wait for y'all to see it.
Yeah. So you're working on a couple videos, right? Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Ready to start
trying to push out
2021
more.
off right.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Cause like I have all these songs with no videos. People would tell me all the time, he's like, bruh, do a video. And I'm like, I don't got it like that. Or like I ain't have the, the means, but now it's like things been coming into things been coming along where I have more opportunity to get things done. So yeah, it's just about executing now. So yeah, all
Yeah,
gas,
let's
no break.
yeah, I feel you. Let's talk about that a little bit. There's a lot of people that plan a lot, and they're scared to put themselves out there and scared to do music and scared to just kind of experiment. Like, you want to talk about, all gas, no break? Like, what does that really mean as far as acting and and
All
and not?
gas. Not good.
No, go ahead.
Well, for me, all gas, no break. Of course, it means like no days off. But for me, it means sticking to the plan and trusting the process. Cause you could plan all day, but if you're not taking the everyday steps to get to those milestones to reach the end of the, to reach that goal, you're just running in circles. And me, I've been, of course, planning, but trying to like take everyday steps to get to those goals. So that way I don't end up in circles and just look up and be like, dang, bro, all that time wasted. So that's to me, that's what all gas no break means. Like, yeah, you gotta go, but if you on go, you gotta be on go to the right path. Like it's like my stepfather got this analogy where it's like you got this chair, right? Like say there's a chair like at the end of the room and you try and walk to it. Like you right here, the chair's down there. Like the chair represents like your goal. But if you don't have a chair to get to, like you could just be walking. Somebody like, hey, bro, you trying to do this? Oh yeah, all right. But if you got a chair to get to, like if somebody hit you with something, like, hey, bro, you trying to do this? Like a distraction or a temptation. Hey, you trying to do this? Da 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 da. You like you looking at them like, is it gonna get me to that chair? Nah, nah. You just sticking to like the plan. Like you just try to get to the goal. So yeah, that's what that mean to me, man.
Yeah,
Simple.
yeah, definitely, definitely. That's basically what we were talking about earlier about having a destination. You have a
Hmm.
defined destination. I'm going straight there. Don't bother me. But you will be
Yeah,
tested.
because it's
You will be
easy to
tested.
get distracted. Yeah, yeah. Me
Because
and the
that,
Voyagers, man, we on a one way ticket to happiness and just like getting to like like seeing our work pay off. Like that's what we about.
yeah, that's what it's all about. Yeah, definitely. Fruits of your labor. And I'm glad you
Absolutely.
broke down Voyagers because I saw you mention it, I think, like in a message or something. And I was like, Voyagers, oh, that's dope. So I'm glad you broke that down without me asking the question. So if
Yeah,
y'all
yeah,
missed it and you
yeah,
just jump on, you can rewind it after this airs. You can, I think it's about midway through. So, man,
yeah.
I was going to ask you something. Any advice you have for like artists starting out? You wear so many hats, man. So you can say whether producer, engineer, or
Uh,
artist, any advice you have for a creative in any of those avenues. And if you can tie them all together, you're a beast.
yeah. It's definitely not easy. It's an everyday struggle. But I would tell any artist to one learn who you are as a person because that's gonna be key to so many things. You gotta learn who you are. You gotta know what you gotta figure out what you want to do, and then start figuring out how to get there and finding the right people, getting the right people around you to get there. If you got certain people that's like you sometimes you're just gonna have to cut people off or just distance yourself from people like that's not in the path, man. If they not in the path, if they holding the wagon back, you got to cut them loose because it's nothing but dead weight. Like I got a song on my new project called Dead Weight, and it explains this like through and through. Like you're gonna have to cut some people off for the greater the good of like what you're trying to do, and also like when I said stay true to yourself. Yeah, I said three things. I forgot those three things, but yeah, you also gotta like you got to get comfortable wearing multiple hats. Like you may not wear the hats that I'm wearing as like an engineer, producer, but as an artist, you are never, especially starting out, like in the pursuit of like building. You are never gonna have. You are rarely. I'm not gonna say never because sometimes it happens, but you'll rarely have the luxury of like having things done for you, because you got to believe in yourself before anyone else can believe in you. So when people see you working like nonstop, all gas, no break, like they gonna be like, yo, I'm trying to get somewhere. I see you working. Let's work together. Like those are the type of people you're gonna want to be around. Like not the people that's just like, I mean, yeah, you might need the people that just want to work for the money, but as far as people that want to like gain that longevity with you, you gotta be comfortable wearing multiple hats to show them like, yo, all right, this is what I'm doing. Not instead of just telling them, like you showing them like, oh, I want to do a video. All right, bet I'm gonna invest in a camera. I'm gonna invest in a gimbal. I'm gonna look up how to do storyboards. Or I'm gonna reach out to so and so. All right, I don't got $500 for a video, but can I do payments? I got 250 now. I could try to get. I got you. You know what I'm saying? Like you know what I'm saying? Like it's all about how bad you want it. Like you don't even got to be the most talented person as well. Like a lot of people doubt themselves because they feel like they compare themselves to others. Like don't compare yourself. Everybody's success story is different. Like Kawhi Leonard is Kawhi Leonard and LeBron is LeBron. Two of the best players in the league, but two different stories. Like Kawhi got in through the bottom. LeBron got in like, you know what I'm saying? He was like he was talented enough to go in straight through high school, but like they both like up there, you know what I'm saying? So never compare yourself because you don't know what's for you and you don't know what's for that person. Like you just want to stay focused on your goal, on focusing on getting in your chair, and that's it. You know what I'm saying? And also keeping those intangible things the number one like focus to keep you grounded. Cause I'm sure moving fast in this industry, you'll you'll start to like lose sight of certain perspectives you had when you was broke. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like if you out to dinner and you got the money, you know, or if you out to dinner and you don't got the money, like you have a different perspective. Like, yeah. So just staying true to you. Um, yeah.
Gems, gems. Well said, man. Gems. The
Yeah,
chat
bro.
is going crazy, man. A lot of really, really impactful words there. Like you're speaking my language because I'm all about action, and that reminded me of what you're doing right now. Some people are afraid to even talk on camera, and they're being an
I ain't
artist.
gonna
Some people
lie, I was
have.
nervous, bro.
Don't worry about it, man.
I'm scared.
I
Yeah.
help you out. I help you out, man. And
No,
like
this is dope, bro.
some people have, they're artists and they have private accounts. No one can see your work, but recording artists.
Yeah, that ain't gonna work.
So
That ain't gonna work.
yeah, it's what I call is limiting beliefs, self-limiting. So basically, you're killing yourself from growing because you're afraid to jump into the fear. You know what I mean? So it's some deep stuff.
Yeah.
You know? What I was going to mention. Oh, the Q&A is open for everybody that's here live. Please feel free to drop a question that you have for AC Wells in
Yeah,
the
ask away,
building.
man. Ask
Yeah,
away.
drop some questions and we'll definitely touch on any questions that you have for him. Business, artists, history. We talked about a lot. So whatever questions that you have, feel free to drop it in the chat. And how did you get your name, by the way? I was curious.
All right. So when I first started the music, my name was Ant Flow at first. And that was a nick I had a nickname from this girl that I was real cool with in high school. And like she called me Aunt Low. Like my name's Anthony, but she would call me Aunt Low. Like Aunt Low, what's good? I'm like, what's good, Mo? And like, so like when I recorded my first song, the one that I mentioned earlier, playing on the left ear, like just mono, we was in the Uber and home from the studio. And like I was like, hey yo, bro, you trying to play this song? We just recorded this, John. He's like, oh yeah, hit aux. And like he was like, hey, this one, hi, bro. What's your name? And like I said, Antlo. I was like, I ain't have a name. So I was like, all right, Antlo. Like, yeah. And he was like, he thought he couldn't hear me because of the music. He was like, Ant Flow? All right, that's tough, bro. I was like, I guess I'm gonna go with that. So I went with that for the longest. But then, like, it was a bit of a transitional period within the last year where I was just feeling like I'm growing as an artist, and like I need my whole brand to display that, not just the music. Cause like as an artist, you're not just doing music, like you're a brand. So your brand has to display all across the board what you're about. So I felt like, if I'm gonna be changing my messages, you know what I'm saying? If I'm gonna really be displaying me in the music, I want to display me with my name. Same thing like what Kendrick Lamar does and J. Cole, like, you know, I wanted to display myself. So I was like, AC Wells, why don't I just go with that? And I was working at this restaurant at the time. I was asking her, I was like, hey, what you think about this? and it was like they some real blunt like people that they'll be honest, like they ain't gonna lie for no reason. And it was like, I ain't gonna hold you, bro. That joint way better, bro. Go with that. So I was like, all right, bet. So I just been going with that, and it just like it took some time for me to grow with it. I was like, I don't know, maybe I made a mistake, but it's what you make it, and it definitely grew on me, and yeah, it feels like
Okay.
it's just a lot smoother that way.
Yeah, yeah. I'm trying to remember. Oh, somebody gave me my name. I was trying to remember how I got mine. But yeah, this is not about me. But yeah, that's cool, man. I was really curious how that came about. So yeah,
Yeah,
the
it's like
first
my whole
thing, yeah,
name.
huh?
And I was just saying, yeah, it's my name for real, initials and all that.
Oh, okay, yeah. Um, I thought you said Ant Man the first time. I was like the Marvel character.
People, yeah,
Ant-Man?
like people would call me that too. I'd be like, nah. Like I used to play lacrosse. Like I played 1 year in high school, and the coach would be like, Ant Man, what's good, dog? Like, what's up, coach? Like,
That's so
shout out
random.
Coach Chakowski, man. That man was like, that man never took me off the field.
All right, we got a question. Again, feel free to
I
drop your
bet
questions in before we wrap up. This is from Drap Beats. What type of beats
Trap.
sell the most in your case? I'm sure this is for AC Wells, probably not for me, but
So he's asking me like, what type of beats am I sold on the most?
that sell the most in your case. What type of beats do you sell the most?
Oh, I would say, well, I make beats like to order, if that makes sense. So
Custom.
like if I bump it, yeah, like custom beats. So I feel
Mhm.
like the ones that's been like working more as far as like working for other people, I just started getting into that. So I've definitely been noticing the ones that work more to like, as far as getting into other people, letting them use it is the ones that's more like the complex beats. Like the simple beats matter, but to the artists that I've been like bumping into that really rock with my beats, like my production game, they're like they like to have the beat tell a story as well. So those the soulful ones and the ones that are just that display your personality through the music. Like you gotta be different. You just gotta try to find a way to be different. Whether it's the way you do your drums and also like just the melody in general. So yeah, those the ones that that are more emotional and the ones that like kind of like display my personality in a way.
Got you. So basically, just an extension of your artistry, pretty much. It's an extension of
Yeah.
your style. You you make them custom too.
Yeah, I feel like
Yeah,
that's the best way. Like, of course, it'd be dope if someone just came across a beat like on my BeatStars and they was like, hey, "Yo, I want this." I'm like, oh yeah, I'll take that money, bro, for sure. Go crazy. But like for me, it's like I prefer to sit with somebody and get to know that person to connect. You know what I'm saying? So that way I get in their mind and know how they are. So when I'm making something, it's like I'm kind of making it with their perspective, mixing it with mine. Like that's like why I like doing it because it's about collaboration, speaking that universal language to really like display yourself on there. Because you could tell somebody just bought a beat versus like y'all locked in together. So I'm all
yeah,
about the interaction.
yeah. That actually is like the traditional way of how hits were made. Like way back in the day, it would just be the artist and the producer in a studio, blocked out for months, and you hear
Hmm.
some of the best music, that's stand the test of time. You
Yeah,
know,
Timberland and dang, oh my god, bro,
Magoo,
Timberland. What's her name?
Aaliyah,
Dang, nah, not Leah.
Missy.
Yeah, Missy Elliott, Timberland, Missy Elliott, Superfly. I can't stand the
Yeah,
rain. That's
yeah,
so hard, bro. Like they was locked in. They created
yeah.
their own sound.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. Yeah, that's how it always used to be. It changed over time. I'm not knocking either way, but the way that you're mentioning custom music is like it's nothing like connecting with someone in person, you know.
Hmm.
Uh, but it changed over time because I sell beats as well just the way they are. People just connect to them. They're like, "Yo, give me that."
Mm-hmm.
And I think it depends on the person too and the customer. Chat is going crazy. We got a comment here from Cloud9 Music. Not sure if he heard of the formation Soulquarians and the impact of neo soul, but it's some good gems he may for his music. So, have you heard of them, Soulquarians?
Soul Aquarius, nah.
Um, don't get me to lie, man. I heard of them. I'm trying to remember who they're part of, but something for you to check out there. And
Soul Aquariums, Aquarians. I'm gonna write
Soulquarian.
that down.
Yeah, it's a collective of really dope artists. I forgot who.
So how you spell that?
It's yeah. You see it up there?
Which chat is that? The Twitch or the
Twitch. SOL Quarians. SOUL Quarians. QUARINS. I think it's the Erica
ah.
Badu. Yeah,
Oh yeah,
Erica Badu.
Erica Badu for sure, man. Bag
Bilal.
Lady.
Yeah, I think Bilal was
Yeah.
part of them, and D'Angelo. I think that's a Soulquarian.
D'Angelo was in there. Q-Tip.
Yeah, I think that's
Yo,
a.
I'm gonna check them out, bruh.
Yeah, if I'm not mistaken. I hate to be mistaken on camera, but I think that's that crew. Um, yeah, and Bilal is one of my favorite artists.
Yeah, I
You
was
were
gonna
actually
say I
reminding
think Jay might have worked with them because he was working heavy with Q-Tip and Erica Badu for a minute.
yeah, that was their whole crew. Yeah, that's the R&B side of the Roots and
Yeah,
Q-Tip. Yeah,
all right,
I
bet. Yeah,
believe so. Yeah. Drap Beats. Yeah, no problem, man. He says thank you for that response.
no problem, bro. No problem, man.
And
Making my R&B beats. All
let's
right, bet I'm
be
gonna tap in with them. Thank you, Cloud9. Yeah,
yeah, yeah,
I'm gonna
Jay
tap in
Dilla.
with them.
Yeah, Jay Dilla, Questlove. That was the Soulquarians. Thanks, bro. But yeah, they're crazy. So, any more questions? Feel free to drop in. Drop any questions. Appreciate everybody that's here live and all those that watch it later. Let me say the announcements again one more time. And again, it's your boy DJ Fanatic Beats at BeatStars. This has been awesome. Let me say these announcements right quick. The BeatStars distribution. If you don't know about it, now you know. Basically, you can take an exciting new step in your career with BeatStars distribution to release your music to all major digital platforms. You can earn royalties from over 30 plus download and streaming platforms and keep 100% of your earnings that we collect for you. So you can learn more at beatstars.com/distribution. And the other thing is the Smoke for Free Remix Challenge, which ends soon with Paul Wall. Again, shout out to Paul Wall, one of my man. I always like this dude, man. He's a real cool guy. And that Sitting Sideways, man, I missed that song. He had a lot of other joints too, man. That's the Texas sound right there. Paul Wall has teamed up with BeatStars for an all-new Smoke for Free Remix Challenge. Enter a contest for a chance to win up to $7,000 in prizes just by downloading his free acapella and creating a new beat/song over it and submitting it to beatstars.world/Paul Wall. And the last day to enter is December 18th, 11:59 p.m. So AC Wells, you want to perform anything live, man, or are you good?
Yeah, man. I think I owe it to the chat for sticking around so long. Gotta let them see what my acapella game looking like. I got a couple, and for my voyagers that tuned in, appreciate y'all. I'm gonna be displaying some unreleased stuff, some stuff off of the new project coming. Uh, yeah, and both of them produced by me and my buddy CW. I think he in the chat still. Yeah, yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna do a little something for y'all acapella wise,
Are you singing
kicking
or
some
rapping?
bars. I'm gonna be singing on the first one and rapping on the second one. So the first one is gonna be called Touch. It's an intro, real emotional vibes. And the second one is the song's called Bird Box. And I'll let y'all listen to that one so y'all can figure out why it's called Bird Box.
Hey, you're
Yeah,
giving them a whole show, man. Go ahead,
got
man. Do
to,
your
man.
thing.
All right. So it's the intro right here. Dun, 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 dun. Touch. Can I feel your touch? Touch. touch, touch. Can I feel your touch? Yeah, yeah. Back when I never meant to lead you that way. Shit, we sung the same old songs. And I'm trying to right my wrongs with you to help me move right along. Don't help me, I ride alone. And you seem to ride alone on the way back home. I guess now that we grown, you forgot about me. Shit, it's okay, I don't need you no way. Cause all them games that we play, now you front running away. Yeah, yeah. Cause I just wanna feel some real love for a change. Hold my heart and let it beat for a change. How can you judge me for a thing that I want and really need to be saying? You know, we know, we know, we know. We know, we know, we know, we know. Yeah, we know, we know, we know. We know, we know, we know, we know, girl, just touch. Girl, can I feel your touch? Touch, touch, touch. Can I feel your touch? Yeah, yeah. Yeah, something slight. And the next one is Bird Box. So I'm gonna do that one.
You got some fire emojis
Appreciate it, appreciate it,
right
appreciate it.
there.
All right. Constantly waiting on my time. I've been patient on my grind, and nigga changing for a better day. I know her. Yeah, yeah. Mind contemplating, cross the line. They've been tracing to survive. I better think of more ways to break out. Show enough. Folks look at me like, for what? So what you don't see? I bet on myself, my nigga. I built my own team. We chase our own dreams. Fuck you and yours. We paving the way seen by all the high seats stuck up in the nosebleeds. Tell her where the tissue is. Don't need your bandit solution, bitch. I'm real enough to fix what my issue is. Ain't got time. Had to cut ties for this shit. Can't tell a lie. Was flying blind for a brick. Thought I was high as a bitch till I realized my sacrifice was denied in the end. Some think I'm bound to fall in. See me here first, I'm all in. Gave me here first, she all in. Stay by my side through all this shit. If I miss my shot, I bet you'll be gone by the morning. Losing sleep, so deprived. I don't know what's around the corner. If I look, what's going to happen? Will I die? I pray someday I fly. Thoughts lingering on my mind. That's why I'm constantly waiting on my time. I've been patient on my grind, and nigga changing for her. Hey, better day, I know her. I know her, but know her. Yeah, hey. Mind contemplating, cross the line. They've been tracing to survive. I better think of more. Hey, ways to break out, show enough. Hey, I pray my efforts enough. Yeah, yeah. And I just hope that I can find a way, find a way, find a way, find a way. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Lately I've been seeing skies of gray, skies of gray, skies of gray. Hey, hey. And the good Lord knows that I need it more than I ever show. Just set me free and I promise to keep you home. Cause at this point I feel cornered, stuck between the lines, the divide I brought upon me, away from all my peers that survived the ways we tarnish, or so it seems. Hard to tell the truth from the stories when the ones who posted intervene. But by far, I got some bigger problems. My livelihood is at the stake of chasing dreams, I promise. Wait, prophesy, can't tell a lie, I'm scared of shit of falling. But this gas got me too high to know what cloud I'm walking. No coming down, or so I thought solutions can't be bought. Assume the fix will break me out of this secluded box. Guess not. So I'm constantly waiting on my time. I've been patient on my grind, and nigga changing for her. Hey, better day, I know her. Yeah, yeah. Cause my mind contemplating cross the line. They've been tracing to survive. I better think of more ways to break out. Show enough, show enough, show enough. Yeah, yeah. Paradise 2 coming soon, 2021, May.
Hey,
It's coming.
hey,
It's coming,
nice, man.
It's coming.
Nice. Yo, I can't keep up with all the emojis right now, but yeah, you got mad love, man.
Appreciate the love, man.
Emojis and yeah, mad love. Yo, you already told them what you're working on, so that's your album, right?
Yes, sir. That's sure. Yes, sir. It's gonna be like 10 to 12 tracks. We still working on it. But yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited to put it out because it's like it's displaying a lot of me and my personal life, a lot of storytelling on the rap side. And on the melodic side, we definitely pushing like we creating our own sound with it. Like it's like a mix of alternative, neo soul, trap soul, R&B, hip hop, like all that fusion into one. It's gonna be dope, man. I'm excited to put it out.
And you got a date set?
Not right now, but
Okay.
I'm shooting for May. Like
Okay. Okay.
I'm locked in, man. We producing it and mixing it and mastering it ourselves. So it's a lot of like trial and errors. Like gonna hold you, but it's
Yeah.
coming. It's coming, and we're gonna make sure it sounds good. Because we can't get y'all no bull. But yeah, it's coming. I'm excited to put it out.
Yeah, I'm excited for you, man. Yeah, I'm sure
Yeah.
it'll be dope, man. I'm sure it'll be dope. Can you let everybody know where they can, contact you and where they can, tune
Oh
into
yeah,
your
my social media. If you see the little chat name, it should be like right here. My name right here. At AC Wells underscore. That's at ACWELLS underscore. That's all my social medias: Twitter, Instagram, my Facebook page. I don't be on there as much, but I definitely check it. In case y'all hit me up on there. And also my YouTube channel is AC Wells. So I got one music video up there. I got all my songs are up there as well. But y'all can check that out. And if y'all want, just hit me in my DMs if you're like a producer looking to work. I saw somebody on the YouTube chat just hit me.
Drap?
Drap. Yeah, Drap. I'll definitely be looking forward to your DM, bro. Like, let's connect, man. Definitely look always down to work. Yeah.
And what's your
Y'all
YouTube?
my YouTube is called AC Wells.
Okay.
Yeah, my channel name. I got more content coming for y'all too. Some music videos. I'm gonna give y'all this exclusive. I don't think I announced this yet, but I got a music video dropping on Christmas. It's a song by me and a fellow Waldorf artist named Chief Panda. The song's called Lazy Genius. The beat was produced by Dream Life. That beat, like, I think the day we created it, like he dropped the beat pack that day, and I saw it. I was like, yeah, this the one, bro. So yeah, and
Yeah, shout out to Dream Life.
yeah, no, we honoring the music video. Like we kind of made it, had a little discussion about it, and I felt like it was only right if we honored the music video and loving memory of a couple people in our lives that was important to us that passed away recently. Malia and my buddy Mikey, man. They from around my area too. So RIP my buddy Mikey, man. He was a creative too. He was a artist, a painter, and he was a real cool dude, man. He was all about bringing people together and just, he had that leg up mentality. Like if he had something going on, he would always let people know. Like, he was the reason why I got onto a couple of shows, and he was the reason why, like, I met one of my best friends, like him, selling his art at my show. So like, big shout out to Mikey, man. Rest in peace.
Up, man. Yeah, rest in peace, man. So, any last words for your fans and for everyone that joined in?
Like I said before, man, make sure y'all staying true to yourself. If y'all ready to hop on the Voyagers ship, man, we waiting for you, man. Y'all can connect with me on social medias. If you want, you can sign up for my emailing list on my website. The link's in my bio. Or just DM me. I also have a Discord too, so hop in the Voyagers Discord if you familiar with Discord. We be doing a lot of things in there. We be doing movie nights. We be doing Among Us games. We just be in there chatting, just about life, just staying connected with each other. So make sure y'all connect with me, man. I'm not hard to contact. Yeah. And also I got some merch dropping too soon. This right here is one of the merch places, one of the hoodies that we got dropping. It's hoodie season, ACL's hoodie. But yeah, we got stuff coming. Make sure y'all connect with me, man, so y'all can stay updated and tuned on everything. Yeah, that's about it.
There you go.
Appreciate everybody tuning in for this long. And shout out to BeatStars. Shout out to you, DJ Fanatic Beats, man, for y'all bringing me on this platform, man. It's like, this is a milestone for me. Not gonna lie. Like, just let me know to keep going.
Yeah, for sure. Never stop, man. Never stop.
Never, man.
The funny thing is, the whole time I had a different border on the show, but you get the idea. Saturday session.
Yeah. We roll with the punches. Still got it,
man. Yeah, I'm glad you
got back there too, man. I peeped it earlier. That joint slick. He got is that records on the like?
Oh yeah, man. Yeah, man. That's my record collection.
Yeah, I might have to tap in with you, man, in there and see if we can make some crazy magic.
Yeah, I got tons of stuff, man.
I
It's
know
over.
you be working, dog. Look at you. I know you tired right now. He was working.
It's overkill. I didn't even eating today.
A word.
I had one apple. But
Man.
I'm different. But yeah,
Nothing
man, I'm
wrong with
glad
it,
you were
man.
able to join, man. This has been really dope. Hopefully, the viewers enjoyed it as well. And it's always a pleasure, interviewing really talented people and also a good head on their shoulders. So it was cool to like get to know you more, and also for everyone else to get to know you more. And yeah, man, we should do like a part two, maybe.
Hey, I'm down, man. You got my line, bro. Hit
Yeah,
me,
yeah,
dog. I'm
yeah.
down. I'm always down, man.
That's
Definitely could
what's
fit
up.
in the schedule whenever. Someone had a question of us. I think his name is
I know.
Ciro Demir. I hope I didn't butcher your name too bad, bro. I'm sorry. They say, is it impossible when I have a merchandise that I put it on Instagram as a shop sale? Yeah, I think you could do that, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, if you have a
Instagram
business
is something
account.
new they're trying too.
Yeah,
It depends on I think it's trickling in, so it's available for certain accounts. So it
yeah. I think
is
it's a business account, right?
yeah. I think they just get that for business accounts.
All right.
But I
Yeah, I'm gonna
haven't
definitely
tried
be
it.
doing that
Have you
too.
tried it?
I know I haven't tried it yet. I've been trying to get the inventory and the manufacturing thing together. But yeah, I'm gonna see if I can do that because that's easy. That would be a good look to have it on Instagram, have it all in one spot. So
Yeah. Yeah, and also we have that service on BeatStars. You can incorporate it in your account, and it's through Printful. So every time, yeah, you can have your own merch on your BeatStars. So
Printful.
yeah, it's integrated into your BeatStars. So all you
Oh,
do
that's
is
dope.
yeah, and it's drop shipping. So
Mhm.
basically, you don't have to have
The
a stack of
inventory.
shirts. Yeah, every time
Yeah,
someone
they do it
orders,
from. Yeah, I used to work with them.
yeah.
I think their inventory of manufacturing companies in North Carolina. I think
I'm
that's
not.
where the
Yeah, I'm
facility
not sure
is.
where the base. Yeah.
Yeah, shout out Printful. They're making it possible for
Yeah,
people.
yeah, man.
Yeah.
And James says you're fire, a lot of fire.
Shout out James, man. Appreciate you, James.
Yeah.
That's my god brother. Shout out James. He
That's what's up.
upstairs tuning in. Shout out, bro. What's good, man? I know he
Yeah.
probably gonna want to hoop it later. But yeah, shout out James.
Yeah. All right, folks. Again, it's your boy DJ Fanatic Beats at BeatStars, and yeah, it's been a pleasure interviewing AC Wells. He dropped some gems. He sung freestyle. We showed a lot of music. It was like a showcase, bro. But yeah,
Thank you,
man,
man.
it's definitely needed for the DMV. What's good, DMV? We
Yeah,
here,
shout
man.
out DMV. Shout out
And
Waldorf in the building. Baby. Let's get
yes,
it.
sir. And I need to eat something, man. I need some food.
Yeah, man. Yeah, go DoorDash something, man. Get something, bro.
I got it waiting for me upstairs.
For real. All right, you about to go crush. All right, man.
Also, hang on a sec, Ace Wells.
Oh, okay.
Again, shout out to Abe, the whole BeatStars family. Just want to shout out Mike Trampy, Brian, Levi Beats, Lucas, Kyle. Shout out to everybody, man. Jasmine, shout out to Sydney. Thank you for all those that helped me get on here today, and really appreciate y'all. And it's always a pleasure being a part of the team. Oh, killing ass team. So anyway, let me end the broadcast.
Shout out the team, man.